right, we got a relative newcomer on the scene coming up right now. He is pretty much the photo negative of Ashton Womack. Please welcome Alisdair Cook to the stage.
Thank you. It's bright up here. I'd like to say this is my first time doing this. I haven't done this before ever. I was actually surprised how difficult it is to get 5 minutes worth of material off the internet. I was going to do some jokes about plagiarism, but I couldn't find any good ones. So I'm a bit nervous, as you can tell, so I'm going to approach this the same way my wife approaches sex. I'm going to close my eyes and hope that it's over soon. She did help me with my act, though. She told me if I'm really struggling to make people laugh, just drop my pants. It always works for her. But I can't joke about my sex life all night. My wife told me that if my jokes about sex last longer than the act itself, she'd be really annoyed. She'll be getting really angry right about now.
Yes, you're right!
As most of you can probably tell, I'm not a local boy. I'm actually from Mexico. Most people don't believe me because I'm white. And I don't mean Caucasian, I mean albino white. When I was a kid, I thought Run DMC was an execute command in programming language. The reason I say I'm from Mexico is that Americans, are quite notorious for their lack of geographical and cultural knowledge. I'm actually from a place called Scotland, Montrose, Scotland, actually. To let you guys know where that is, this is America. This is Scotland. Rest of the world, terrorists and drug dealers. I actually thought that the American stereotype of bad cultural and geographical knowledge was just that, a stereotype. But my wife was out for lunch one day and she heard this American guy tell his friends, "Yeah, 1 year recently it snowed in Italy for the whole year." No, it was Europe. It snowed in the whole of Europe for the whole year. And I thought, yeah, that must have been the year I didn't leave my cave to hunt haggis in my skirt. When I say I'm from Scotland, people always ask me, can you do an impression of Fat Bastard, from Austin Powers? And I'm thinking, I'm an overweight, ginger Scotsman with a bald boss. I am Fat Bastard. But to be fair, the guys go crazy for the impressions. I eat because I'm unhappy. And I'm unhappy because I eat. And they love it. The girls are less keen. I'm so sexy! I've got a turtle head poking it! When I first moved across here, and one of the guys said, I told one of the guys I was from Scotland, and he said, "Oh, I thought you were all a bunch of drunken, violent, sheep-shagging bastards." And I thought, you've obviously met one before. My boss actually says to me a lot, Scotland, where men are men and sheep are scared. And I thought that really devalues a lot of my early relationships. But I will tell you this, I don't agree with forcing a sheep to have sex. Get one to the edge of the cliff and it backs onto you. I'm just saying. I've also got news for y'all. Y'all, Texas. I've got news for y'all. Braveheart is not a documentary. I've had many an American tell me it's a factually accurate representation of Scotland. Yes, an American finance film, directed and starring an Australian, filmed in Ireland, really captures the essence of Scotland. But being across here just over a year now, it's the cultural differences I've had to get used to most. For example, people still look at me funny when I say I'm going out to have a fag. Just smoke, by the way. They look at me even funnier when I use the Scottish expression for asking if I can borrow a smoke, which is called bumming a fag. I was in a bar one night, and a guy told me that he patted his wife on the fanny every morning before he went to work. It still confuses me a little because in the UK, a fanny is a woman's front bottom. I thought he was going fishing every morning. Even I like that one, I'm sorry. Since I've come out here, I've also had to adapt my gaydar. It used to be you could tell a guy was gay because he dressed well and liked musical theatre. But the days of metrosexuality have ruined that. Now the only way to tell if a guy is gay is because he's the one that actually wants to get married. I've also learned that an American guy that doesn't like football is called a Canadian. You might notice I wore a Texans jersey tonight to warm you all up to me, number 23, Arian Foster. I was going to wear a Matt Schaub jersey, but I didn't want anyone to set fire to me. I actually feel kind of sorry for Matt Schaub. Last season, if you include interceptions, he had one of the best pass completion rates in the league. Talking of Scotland earlier, I would like to encourage you all to visit Scotland. It's a beautiful country, it's God's country, but if you do go on the nice day. I'm going to leave you with a joke. It's not mine, but it is one of my favourites, and not a lot of people out here have heard it. I don't know who came up with it, but it is brilliant. How do you find Will Smith in the snow? Follow the Fresh Prince. Thank you very much. Good night.
First time! Very good! Who else thought that was about to get real racist at the end there? And then it turned out okay. We all kind of breathed a sigh of relief. All right, we'll keep that energy going.